Fraziled with Rob. Today we have a special guest. It is Dan Bracken. How you doing, Dan?
Good.
For those that don't know you, Dan, what do you teach here at Cypress?
I teach math. I do mostly sophomores, and then I head up the concurrent enrollment program through the community college.
So you're like a college professor.
Sort of, yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
I used to adjunct for the SLIC quite a bit, and then Corona hit.
Did you like teaching college math?
I did enjoy it, yeah.
Well, I mean, you still do it here. You still with high school students.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
What's the big difference between the two?
To be honest, most of the reasons why high school kids don't know math is the same reasons that adults don't know math. So most of the holes are pretty similar, or the explanations feel really like what we do at high school. It doesn't feel all that different when you're teaching it, to be completely honest. Behaviorally, high school kids act differently. But high school kids are usually more upfront about things they don't understand, whereas adults will sometimes, getting that information out of them, it can be harder, you know.
So how did you end up here at Cypress?
I started my career at Westlake Junior, and I taught there for a couple years, and then I transferred to Matheson, and then Matheson had the ninth graders there, and when the ninth graders got brought over to Cypress, I came with them.
And do you like high school compared to junior high?
Yeah, I do. I mean, there are things about a junior high I miss. I mean, the faculty was so much smaller, and we'd have meetings, and we could like fit in smaller areas, and the conversations were a little easier to have because there wasn't as many moving parts. Whereas here at the high school, it's a lot bigger. It feels a little bit more like what you feel at like the college.
Yeah, I think traditionally, and this is where PLCs have tried to impact, is high schools tend to have people that are really focused on content, right? Elementaries tend to have a lot of teachers who know content, but they're focused on teaching kids.
Yeah.
And middle school teachers tend to be kind of that combination
right.
in between.
We try and create a bridge, yeah.
And so the whole PLC model is to kind of bring high school, at least on the high school side, is to bring that component of collaboration, whereas for decades there just wasn't a lot of that in high schools. You also went to Cypress High School.
I did.
So tell us about your experiences as a student at Cypress.
I graduated in 2002, the year of the Winter Olympics. I enjoyed my time here at Cypress. I have regrets that I didn't get more involved with activities and things. I came to all the football games and went to some of the basketball games, but I didn't compete on any teams or anything like that. And I always encourage the students to take part in that because I somewhat regret not doing that.
So were you kind of like a math nerd? All math people aren't nerds, by the way, but just the ones I know.
Well, you know, being a nerd nowadays is cool.
Yeah.
It used to not be cool.
You can make good money being a nerd, right?
Nerds kind of shape the world now.
Were you into math, science? What was your passion then?
My experience with math started with the math teacher we had here named Mr. Riley, and he wasn't here very long. Like, he was a college professor at SLIC too, and that's when math kind of came alive. And I had Ember Stores as well when I was here, but I didn't get into advanced math. I mean, I took 1050 here, but I didn't take calculus until I got into college. I didn't really decide to be a math teacher until I was like in my 20s. I got home from my mission and
things just weren't adding up.
Exactly.
Woo! There's the first. Let's see how many we got. Just to help you feel more comfortable, why did the student get upset when his teacher called him average?
I don't know.
Because it was a mean thing to say.
Right.
Oh, let's see how many people picked that one up. There's like 5 of you, 10. Right. Everyone outside of the math department is what?
Exactly.
What are some of your personal favorite, when you're not here at school or home thinking about fun math things, what drives Dan? What are some things you really enjoy doing?
I have 3 kids at home, so they keep me pretty busy. My youngest is 4, and my oldest is she'll be 9 next month. So they take a lot of my time. But some things I enjoy doing is I like to play basketball. I like to shoot guns. I like to do that.
Just like randomly, like you're in some western, you're around your house, bang, bang,
Yeah,
bang.
I go target shooting.
Oh, target shooting.
Yeah, I enjoy firearms. Play video games mostly with my boys. They like to play video games.
What game do you guys play the most?
We play Switch. We have a Nintendo Switch with Mario Kart and the Smash Brothers. They like that one, so we play that one.
Which is your favorite character in Mario to play? Yoshi?
Yeah, Yoshi's good. I like Donkey Kong.
Yeah. So
Kind of
I play Super Sluggers with my daughters sometimes.
Oh, okay.
It's a little older of a game.
Is it on Switch too?
We don't have that one on Switch, so we have to just do that on the Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
And my two daughters like to team up against me, and they always get stupid Donkey Kong to be the pitcher.
Right.
And he has that super power one that you can never hit because it's a barrel that comes rolling down.
Right.
Makes me mad.
It's a baseball game.
It is a baseball game.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Hey, did you hear that old math teachers never die?
I have not.
They just lose some of their functions.
That's right.
That's three.
This
is a quality podcast because there's been 3 math jokes.
That's a good one. Yeah.
What's something that people would never know about you? Like you like to sing, or you love Broadway shows, or you do karate in your backyard. I mean, you're a big Karate Kid fan. I mean, what are a couple of things?
When I was in high school, I did teach karate.
Serious?
Yeah, I did.
I just barely came up with that. I had no idea.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I spent a lot of time. There's the karate dojo or whatever, the studio that I went to is still there.
What color of belt did you get to?
Well, I actually made it to black belt by the time I
Really?
was done. Yeah. Yeah, it was called American Kempo. It was like a Chinese Kempo. It was like Americanized martial art.
So basically, what you're saying is, like, if you're leaving school at the end of the day and you have your briefcase and your satchel with all your math handouts in it and your manipulatives that you're taking home to practice over the weekend,
Right.
and another teacher like a John Angel or someone comes up because they want to bully you,
mess with John Angel.
He doesn't realize you can just turn around and he's done.
Well, it's been a long time since I've been an active practitioner.
It's like riding a bike, Dan. It's like riding a bike, but it's chopping people in the neck or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have a favorite show?
I really like Stargate. I don't know if you've ever heard of that show.
Is that like a Star Trek thing?
Yeah, it's a science fiction.
Yeah, that's surprising for the math guy that he likes Stargate.
Yeah, it's got the guy from MacGyver. He's the main character, Richard Dean Anderson.
Isn't MacGyver before your time too?
It is, and Stargate was a little bit probably before my time, but I picked it up and watched it. I actually got a picture with him and another main character, Christopher Judd. It's hanging on my wall in my room. At Comic-Con, they came a few years ago.
Wow, you went to Comic-Con.
I did.
All the signs are there, folks. Dan is cool and a nerd. He's a cool nerd. It's in. Those things like Comic-Con are huge right now. In fact, you can see it, others can't, but the poster on my wall is from something similar. Wrestling does similar things that are like that, and so there are pictures of me with famous wrestlers from kind of a wrestling type con thing. It was called Stargate. It was in Las Vegas, where we went to a pay-per-view called Double or Nothing. It was,
really?
It was amazing.
That's cool.
So a lot of fun.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the math teachers at the school went to that as well.
Mr. Angel.
I'm not saying names.
Sorry.
He'll karate chop me.
Right.
He doesn't know karate. No one's afraid of John Angel.
Well, I think, John's got some combat experience.
So he says. Does he really? I've looked up his background for the job. It's a little questionable.
Just remember, you said that, and I didn't.
You heard it here. Dan said
I didn't.
John is questionable.
I never said that.
Well, this has been an episode of Fraziled with Dan, so grab the cup and cheers.